Does the payment happen? How does it go to your bank account for the first or the influencers? So the question is, I read it too fast. How does the payment work? Do you get it first or the influencer? So the brand will pay you, then you pay the influencer. And how long does it take for you to get paid? It's usually 30 days, but some brands usually pay in 10 days. Some brands usually pay you in 5 days after the video goes live. So after the video goes live, then the brand pays you 5 days after, 10 days after, or 30 days after. You can negotiate that also.
Allah barik. You're going crazy, Saleh.
You want me to answer more?
People are saying Saleh is killing it. Allah barik. جوعان.
What is the reason behind you
Come on.
closing the influence first? Because the influence is the product that you're going to be selling. You can't sell nothing if you don't have influence. How to keep the influencers and brands engaged and not ditch you halfway. You have to show value, and you have to be a really you have to care. By the way, this is the best form of showing your character as a Muslim while building a relationship with non-Muslims, because if your communication is really good with the influencer and the brand, then and you're over delivering, you're being nice, you're being kind, and you're asking their, like, you're showing that you care for the influencer and their brand, they'll never ditch you.
Allah barik. Some of the chat are asking some questions. I want to see if you guys like the answers from Saleh so far. Drop Saleh in the chat if you like it. Give a shout out to Saleh. Beer routine. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming, G. Chill out. That was
I
Saleh.
love you guys,
Whatever.
my
He's
Muslim
crazy. Allah
brothers.
barik.
Guys, listen, I want to say
You're
something.
awesome.
To have something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So if you never heard about this and you never tried this, think about it. To have something you never had, to make hijrah, to help your family, to do a lot of things, to have something you never had. If you never had it, you have to do something you never did, whether it be IMA, whether it be learning IMA on your own. To have something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Think about it. Okay, this is important. And you have Allah Azza wa Jal with you. Make dua.
Allahumma barik. جوعان. The confidence and peace of mind. Allahumma barik. Shout out Saleh. What does Joanne means? It means hungry. It's internal quotes we use to describe somebody who's actually like very strong and very good. All right, let's get to the more Q&As. Let's go. Let's
More
see if we got some
questions?
more questions,
Okay.
Saleh.
That sounds immoral, haram, changing contracts. Not really if everybody's agreeing. Um, Praying the sisters with Mahram Mubtin. That's. Mm, is there a minimum maximum age to join the program? Ayub, what's the answer to that?
Yeah,
18.
18.
What's the hadith or ayah that keeps you going? Really good question. Subhanallah. I think we could both answer this. Ayub, you should answer this too.
Putting you on the spot. I don't want to give the general answer and just say inna ma'al usri yusra, inna ma'al usri yusra. So let me think of it. It's gonna surprise you. But I think the ayah is kullu nafsin da'iqatul maut. I think it's when you go through, it's not when going through a hard time, but it's when something is getting too deep and I'm like, yo, like that's actually mad. For example, I don't know, I'm gonna lose 500 grand, or this guy backstabbed me, or I just worked for 6 months and nothing happened. I'm like, kullu nafsin da'iqatul maut. I'm gonna die at some point. This is not too deep. It's all right. I think it helps put back in perspective. What about you?
Me?
Mm-hmm. You put me on the play. You put me on the spot. I'll put
For
you on the
me, I
spot.
think إن الله لطيف بعباده يرزق من يشاء وهو القوي العزيز. Allah is gentle with this creation. He provides from wherever He wills. or servants he provides from whoever he wills, and he's all strong, and he's all honor. If not,
Allah barik. Uwais said, I have to go for Salah now. Will I miss out on the giveaways? For all the gifts, all the codes and everything, you'll get them after you call to make sure you showed up on time, inshallah. Also, you'll receive an email in about 72 hours with everything. Your code for the book, we call it a care package. We'll give you a bunch of free gifts. Just to make sure you showed up. So just check your email within the next 72 hours, inshallah, and you'll get it.
one brother asks, at what point you make IMA full time? Good question. You can make IMA full time when you have a couple deals. You know that now that IMA can replace your full time income if you're working a job, or it just doesn't make sense for you to work a job. Just look at the Batman example that you put. You know, the basically look at your 9 to 5 as the rope holding you back. And let's say you close deals and you're still not content and you're still worried that you don't want to make IMA full time, then you're doing yourself a disservice.
Do you think food content and reviews would be a good niche? I would say so. Just make sure you focus on halal companies. But I was, for example, in Dallas, Texas, and I was looking for example, like halal food spots, and there were only like 2 or 3 influencers posting about it. That was like one city. So there's a big demand because I called some. I was doing a live stream. You guys can watch on my YouTube channel. I was calling some of the influencers to make like sponsorships, and they were not that like engaged and that aware of IMA, etc. Like it was still an untapped opportunity, and also the restaurants were looking to sponsor the guys themselves. So definitely would give it a shot. Do I have to transition from a cold email agency to IMA? Just started it, no long enough. If you started something already, stick with it. If you feel like IMA makes more sense, then take the shot. But don't join IMA and then say I'm gonna jump on something else again. How to make the brand trust you and reply faster to the email. That's for you, Saleh.
What's it? Say it again.
You said how to make the brand trust you and reply faster to emails.
Okay. How to make the brand trust you? You have to be very logical with them. So like give them the influencer they're looking for, and you have to reply fast yourself to their emails so you can get that back. And that also creates trust. Another thing of how to build trust is just kind of treat them like a human, like ask them like how was your day in your emails, hope you're doing well. These kind of stuff that are not strictly just, yo, here's my influencer, buy it now, are stuff that creates trust between you and the brand. Speaking of trust, I actually want to share just a short story. I have a student, subhanallah, that he built trust with the brand, meaning he pitched them influencers, he was nice to them and whatnot, and then he even got them on his WhatsApp contact, and he built so much trust with them that the brand one day messaged him and said, "Hey, we have a product and we have 200K to spend on this product." Imagine that. Imagine a whole brand telling you, "I have $200,000 to spend on you," just by you treating them nice, you moving all them, like you switching them to WhatsApp, you doing all this. Now he has opportunity. Allah gave him an opportunity that can change his life.
Allah barik. There's a quick question. A few brothers are asking about the cost of the program. Is it $1,000? No, the program is a lot more. The program is a few thousands. Now, like I mentioned earlier, all this is covered on the call that you'll have because based on your time availability and how much you can commit to the program, you'll be presented the option to actually join it. And that's done on a one-on-one basis. Otherwise, I'll just put a link here and tell you guys buy it. But I can't.
What will we do as Muslim women? You could do the same thing. But for you, it's the same thing. Same rules apply in terms of the business model. If they want to start it,
All right.
Can we not reach out to brand first by asking of their need and then find the influencer? You actually first pitch the influencer on a logic, like let's say if it's a tech brand. Actually, let's say if it's a coffee brand, and then you have a coffee guy coffee influencer that posts a lot about coffee, then you find that guy and you pitch him to the coffee brand, and then if they say no, then you ask them, okay, then what are you looking for, and ask them what they're looking for, and then you find them those type of influencers. So like after you got your first clients, will getting other clients be easy? Actually, it's mainly you building relationship with the current clients and making a lot of money with them. You can easily attract new clients by using the partnership you made with the ones that you got, as like kind of, it's called case studies. So like let's say you did a deal with one brand, then you can do outreach to more brands and use that as a leverage to get more clients. Is it good enough to create a strong relationship with just one brand and close down the answer for them? 100%. 100%. You don't need a lot of clients to make a lot of money with IMA. You need just one brand and a big relationship that can change your life.
Yes, sir. Somebody said your funnels are perfectly established. I love it. What do you mean, Gamal? That's one of the greatest compliments you can receive as a business owner. By the way, just as a reminder, as I'm thinking about it, let me share my screen. 1 second.
There's one more question. Can I answer it real quick while you're sharing?
Yeah,
How
go
do
for it,
you
go
deal
for
with
it.
influencers that use music? Good question. There's three things there's actually two things you can do. Number one, just avoid influencers that use a lot of music throughout their content. Number two, if you do find a really good influencer and that has music in his content, the main part that you have control over is the integration. So you directly tell him, sorry, we cannot have music in the integration, and we want you to take it out for this opportunity, this partnership opportunity to happen. If he says no, then Allah will replace you with something better. So find another influencer that doesn't post music or would abide by your rules of you not wanting music.
There we go. And about 95% of influencers will be like, yeah, I'll remove the music. I
They're
want the
not.
money. There's an interesting thing. If you want to learn a bit of data about the program. We actually have people in the program from 17 different countries, from every job, every background, along with IT, finance, healthcare, trades, students, delivery drivers, corporate, self-employed. Do you guys match with anything on this list? I'm waiting for you guys. Is anyone here in IT, finance, healthcare, trades, students, delivery driver, corporate, or self-employed? Somebody said I do them all. Bro is driving a financed truck that has healthcare products while trading and also has an IT dashboard and works from himself but in a corporate company. If you guys are in any of these roles, we can match every job in this room with a brother in the program who is also in the same job who's making money with IMA along. I mean, like, we literally have brothers from every single background. All of them were confused, not knowing how to make it work, and now it's Hot by 10K, Ahmad made 9K, Simon made 5K, Kamal made 10K, Hamza made 11K, Arya made 5.4K, Yusuf made 8.4K, Rahim made 2.3K, Abdurrahman made 7K pounds in one day, Nu'man made 20K, Muhammad Sufyan made 10K, Muhammad made 100K, along with absolute madness, as you guys can see. 48K from Yunus, 44K in Ramadan from Usama, 12K in this from Yusuf, 10K from Abdulaziz. Abdulaziz was actually my first ever student inside the program. It's almost 2 years ago now. Long better. All right. Allahumma barik. As your CRM must be filled with new leads. You did well for the webinar. Showed lots of value. I appreciate it, bro. That's what we do. We actually change people's life. That's why we get great results, because then I can get a guy like Saleh hopping on a live stream being like, I gave this guy money, then it was worth it. Most people selling a program, you hear a lot about them before people buy it, and then you don't hear a lot after. And I don't work like that. How hard is it to avoid brands on the boycott list? Super easy. I almost never had an issue with it, and I worked with hundreds of brands. I might not join the program yet, but I'll pay to have a one-on-one with you, 30 minutes. I probably would not charge you money for it, because it would respectfully be way too expensive for you to be willing to pay it. If it's a one-on-one, I would either do it for free or would not do it. Drop me your offer though, Gamal. I'm interested. I'm interested to see the offer, not in the offer. I booked. Can I pay monthly installments? If you can convince the onboarding advisor on the call, then yeah.
Mm,
I'll take the 30 minutes, أخي, multiple du'as. I'm here. Ask me the questions here. Why do you need me separately? Wait, we have 10,000 questions in, no, 1,000 questions, sorry. I read it weird. I was tweaking. We had over 1,000 questions in this Q&A, bro.
يعني
Allahumma
bad.
barik. Crazy.
Do you recommend reaching? There's a question here I'm going to answer, inshallah. Do you recommend
Yeah, you
reaching out
got
to
it.
influencers from other countries, or we should start with local influencers? I recommend starting with local influencers. So if you're based, let's say, in US or UK, reach out to those type of influencers. Mainly, you always want to reach out to influencers that are based on US, UK, or Australia, because they have audience that are from there, and those audience are high purchase power. Uh, what's the average price for the? I didn't get accepted. How long you've been doing IMA? Me, I've been doing IMA since last year April, so for a year now.
Allahumma barik. You dry like that.
Alhamdulillah. What is something most beginners get stuck on when starting the IMA
Um,
solo? How can one overcome this? Really good question. I so for this, you just have to literally just put in the work and leverage any free resources you have to make it work. It's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy when doing something alone, but just try to leverage anything you have. Try to seek guidance from anybody that you can get. Like you can, if you can leverage anybody that made money with IMA, like the network, like the Halal network, anything. Ask them. Like literally dedicate a whole day of me going to, like, say, okay, I'm gonna dedicate one day to finding brothers that made money with IMA, and I'm just gonna get as much information from them as possible. And then the rest of the week I will apply it, and then I'll do that one day. Have one day dedicated to getting some help. How can I develop myself in marketing? Is reading a book good enough? I think so. It's experience that's better than like developing yourself in marketing. Sure, you can read and you can consume a lot of content about it. You'll get information, but you're gonna really, really get good at marketing when you're applying. And I had to learn this the hard way. If you work with influencers, would it be a bad idea to get them a sponsor from brand they have done before? Would that be doable? Yes, but actually no, I wouldn't suggest that. If a brand sponsored an influencer 2 years ago, then the person, the brand, they may have like different employers. So now when you reach out to that same brand, they might not have that guy in their system. But if they do, then they can directly go to him. They wouldn't want to do the deal with you unless you're giving them some value that you negotiated with on your end. Can I reach out to accounting companies as I need to work as an accountant, but I'm not sure if it's halal? Accounting companies, um, but they don't have a product or services that they would want to promote. It's more, it's a different. They do, but like, I don't know if like influencers would be a good fit for them to promote. Will there be a course for women available soon? Inshallah.
Salah is just flowing along, badik. Somebody asked for beer advice. I'll get that into a minute. A book not completely related to IMA, but as a Muslim, who's your favorite Muqri and what's your favorite surah? For a long time, it was Yasir al-Dosari, and I still love him. But recently, I've been listening to a lot of Muhammad al-Wahaidan. And my favorite surah, let me go to Spotify. It's probably Surah. Uh, to recite, probably Surah Al-Waqi'ah. to listen to probably القمر or
اللهم
النجم.
بارك.
What about
Who,
you?
me? For
Yeah.
me, for me, it was actually Yasser too, but then I started focusing like on Tajweed. Now I like Sheikh Muhammad Siddiq al-Minshawi. Favorite surah would be Surah An-Nur and Surah Al-Qasas.
Oh, very good. Why do you sound British if you are from France? Because I learned English online and I spoke a lot with British people, so I guess I just copied it. We have a great amount of brothers here who are practicing and want to connect. I have many business owners who make millions that I want to get value out of. We have a weak community and everyone seems to be working solely. How about invite you to CA once you get here? You want to invite me, Gamal? To what? CA, you mean California? I'm down. I'm easy going.
When pitching the emphasis to a brand, do you have to show who they are or just show their social analytics to avoid them going behind your back? You can show them the name and everything. They won't go behind your back. They're very lazy for that if you're coming to them. But mainly they care about the audience analytics.
Wait, somebody said come to Montreal. Are you
No,
not in
I'm in
Montreal,
Toronto.
Saleh? Oh,
Which niche market would you recommend that advertise a lot? Really good question. Like what's the biggest niche that advertise, like the hottest niche? Uh they're all good. They're all I don't know. I don't know what's the like the highest.
I would give them an example. The more profitable the product is, the more money they have to put into marketing. So, for example, let's say I sell you a subscription to an online software. It costs me $0 to run the software once I built it. So I will keep like 90% of the money you give me. So I can use that 90% to put into marketing. Whereas if I have to sell you a fridge, it costs me, maybe the fridge costs 1,000, it costs me $500 to make the fridge. So I only have 50% of the money to spend it on marketing. So the more profitable the product is, the more money they will have for marketing most of the time. So I would look for products that are either very expensive or very profitable. They don't cost a lot to make and they can sell for a lot. Usually I would look for a product that has at least 80% margin. So like if it costs 100, it should cost less than $20 to make.
Oh, بارك. That's a very good answer, mashallah.
Barakallahu feek. What niches have the biggest percentage in closed deals? There's no niches. Like you're asking the wrong question. Because I might tell you tech, which is not the case, but let's say tech. You take that and then you go in there. But the reason why tech is the best ones is because people who have a tech advantage work in it. And if you don't have a tech advantage, then you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Very good question.
Can I find influencers for you? You might. We actually do work with a lot of Muslim influencers.
You can help me find influencer from my agency.
There we go. See, Saleh is always hungry. I'm
Does
on
influencer need
break.
to be Muslim? Not really.
Abu Lahya, you ever plan on starting a different online business, either an IMA that could also be profitable halal? Honestly, not at the moment because there's a key thing which is focus in business. If I have to split my focus between 2 or 3 different businesses, I won't really get results. Like it doesn't really help. Somebody asked me a good question. Non-IMA question, but if you could get into AI and IMA did not exist, would you? If I was technical, yes. I also believe AI is a great business to get into, but the monetization behind it is more due to people having FOMO, like fearing that they're missing out on AI, a lot more than the actual features and the quality of AI services you're gonna provide.
Somebody asked advice for doing a loan in terms of logistics such as contract details. Do we have anything free for contract information? You?
Not really, but I would advise you to just use like an AI model like
Yeah.
ChatGPT or something.
I'll give you just a quick summary to you how to use ChatGPT for this. Ask ChatGPT. I am an influencer marketing agency. Pay attention to brothers that are in a contract phase or sisters. I am an influencer marketing agency. I have a deal from an influencer and say what you closed him for. Let's say you closed him for 5,000, and I'm sending him to their brand for 10,000. The brand send me the contract. Now I want you to make a client facing contract towards the influencer. Just say that, and it'll give you everything you need and ask you questions. If I want to make IMA business, how can I build my plan? People is sorry. If I make IMA business, how can I build my plan? I don't know. That question slipped. My plan is AI enough? You could use AI to better your agency if that's your question. Why don't brands just hire somebody literally rather than the middleman? The brand would pay the employer less than the middleman. I mean, you're going to the people they hired. Should you stick with your current business if we had for a bit, or should we transfer to IMA? If it makes sense for you to transfer to IMA, do it. If it doesn't make sense, then don't do it. Oh,
This is a good one. Should we be aware of which company we work with since to support Israel occupation in Gaza? Yes, I advise you to avoid working with companies that directly support madness. With that being said, um, don't burn, just don't be weird. Like do it in a slick way. Don't be like, Assalamu alaikum. Are you from Gaza by any like are you from Israel by any chance? Like chill out. Just look on LinkedIn, look at where they're from, look at what they support, look at what the CEO is from, and then you get an understanding of what the company does. Do you recommend starting with Algerian market since I am Algerian? First of all, Tahir Jazair. Second of all, no, because the Algerian market does not have much money into it. If you speak English, I advise you to get into the English speaking market. Or if you speak French, because you're Algerian and we speak French in France, I also advise you to apply, maybe if French is easier for you, into the French market. But if I was to give you an advice, I would go with the English market because knowing both markets, the French market hates people who are not French, to say the least. So if your French is not like 10-10, you struggle. So I would rather just go into the English market where English people are very open. How about the Dutch market? If you're Dutch, is good. First world countries, you're all good.
and it's very niche
What
down.
are
So
questions we should
good niches.
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say like market.
Carry on, Saleh.
Sorry. I
Carry
was
carry
gonna
on,
say
carry
if
on.
you go like Dutch or France or something like that, it's very niche down. Everybody mainly is in the US market. So like picking a market like that, as long as first world, you have like very particular brands that you can make a lot of money with. So wouldn't okay. I might have missed something about my previous question because I prayed Maghrib. I'll accept.
I mean, Allah.
How to keep yourself grounded once you start making good amounts of profits and focus on growing? Oh, this is a really good question. Ayub, I think you want to answer this, or because I think you would do really good with this.
Yeah, go for it. Say it again.
How do you keep yourself
Say it again.
grounded while you make a lot of profit? It's like you make a lot of money. How do you not get distracted by the money?
Oh, easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can humble you at any time. And I'm not trying to get humbled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I'm not gonna play no gangster. I'm a slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm broke. I'm nothing. And whatever I achieve is from Him. And please leave me the way I am. Humble yourself before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala humbles you. I'll say that.
And yeah, and
That's
you
a
don't want
sick
to get
quote.
humbled by the Lord of all words, subhanallah. Allah,
Yes, sir. Would you get
Allah.
involved with the beer brand if the company that you were marketing added beer alcohol? No. Just be careful, Khaled. Beer is spelled Beer, because bear, the way you spelled it, is like the animal. There's nothing wrong with a bear, but there's something wrong with beer. You can go to Pakistan 2-3 years and forget and wrestle with beer, with bear, not beer. If I start IMA, how can I create my weekly schedule as a 40 € per week plan? Hmm. I would say block out 4 hours a day, and then every day focus each block on one specific task. So like one day is going to be influencer outreach, one day is going to be brand outreach, one day is going to be something else, and just focusing on that every week. What are questions we should ask ourselves to better stick with our business transfer to IMA? Just don't start multiple businesses. Just focus on one. I booked enough IMA. Let's get to the important stuff. What's the video routine, akhi? All right. So I know Saleh is even excited for this one. Um, um, okay. Beer routine. There's three things that I do. One of them is related to a product that I have. Two of them are not related to products. The first one, I make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I get a great beard. And that's the first thing I did before having a beard. Most important one. Make dua. Sujood is the best time. You ask for forgiveness. You say, La ilaha illa ant, subhanaka inni kuntu min al-zalimin, the dua of Prophet Yunus alayhi salam, and then you make dua for having a great beard, taking care of it, being a proud man, etc. That's the first step. And you ask for forgiveness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that He grants your dua. And then also on top of it, you send salutations on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First of all. Second of all, check if you have good genetics. Like, does your family have a beard? Does your dad have a beard? Does your uncle have a beard? Does your grandfather have a beard? If women in your family don't have a beard, it's normal, right? But do the men in your family have a beard? If that's the case, then you're good on genetics. Third of all, if you made dua and you have good genetics in your family, then start using what's called castor oil, which is the oil that you can apply on your hair and your beard, and it helps foster more growth, right? With that being said, it's not a magical solution. It's something you use that helps the hair grow faster. If you don't have hair, it won't help it. But if you do, it'll make it grow faster. And then the ultimate step is to do everything and wait 3 years. And that's the power most people will give up. How did you handle work-life balance before becoming a millionaire, Allah Barak? I even don't like the word millionaire because I don't think it matters as much. Like, I don't think my life changed after being worth 1 million, 2 million. Like, it doesn't make a difference at all. Like, it's literally just a number that we attach next to your name. That changes nothing. I still put my pencil on the same way you do in the morning. That's just a reminder in general. And I was a lot happier and no, I would say not a lot happier, but I felt a lot richer making my first 100K than making my first million. I'll tell you that. Um, but anyway, before my work-life balance was messed up. It was work and then balance. Like there was no life. I was dean, work, that's it. Life, when you make money. Yes, Zoraz. Just so I understand the summary of the contract. First influencer, make the percentage, then build a relationship, then link the contract, make another one for the company. I'm in charge of helping promoting the influencer. How do I locate the influencer and stuff? If Salah could answer this. Salah, could you take Zora's questions?
Yeah, let me just read it
You
quick.
know
Just
your
one.
students are good when people rather listen from your students than from you. That's Jawan. Allahumma barik.
The summary of the contract is just it's the first influencer that make the percentage, then build relation, then link the contract, make another one for the company. But I'm in charge of helping promoting the influencer. Like, do I look at the influencer and stuff? So I can answer this. Let me just give you a very okay. So basically, what you're asking is first, number one, you okay? The question is just a bit. I don't understand that much, but forgive me if I'm not answering to the full extent. Just based off what I read, I can give you this answer. What I got from here is you told me that you go to the influencer, you basically get the percentage, which is the profit margin, then you go to the company and then make the contract. In that case, yes, but you're not the one making the contract. It's the brand making the contract, right? So you're gonna get the influencer. You're gonna reach out to the influencer. You're gonna get his information. You're gonna close him, And then when you reach out to brands, you're gonna sell him, and then the brands that are interested in buying him will give you a contract. Okay, so they'll have a whole form of every, like the whole like logistic, like the deliverables, like is it integration, is it an Instagram post, some of their like clauses, some of their like all of that you have in a contract. Like from there, your main job, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just now make a client facing contract to the influencer. So you're gonna take that contract, you're gonna make a copy in Google Doc, then you're gonna change the name. So you're gonna make it now you basically as the brand. Then you're gonna change the rate. If let's say if it was 10K, you agreed with the brand on 10K, and then you and the influencer agreed for 5K. Now you change the 10K to 5K, and then anything else that was the brand side, you change it to your side when you're giving it to the influencer, and then the influencer signs it. Okay, so you make the brand makes the contract, and you just adjust it. How do you do the creator just mention the name of the brand, and what if they show or bring up something that's haram? Do you get to see the ad they sponsor before finalizing? I love how you're not compromising, removing music. So, if you're saying anything that's haram, okay, anything that's haram related with this agency, you have the right to do it or you don't do it. Like you're the agency, you choose who you want to work with. If it is going to be some scenarios where the influencers might not want to take the music out, you literally are the guy that's in power because you are paying them. So they'll be stupid not to take out music in the night in 60 seconds to receive like 5K. So using the right framework, you can always like get them to take out music. If not, you can tell them to remove the music. Sorry, you can find another influencer instead of him. So the content creator deals with me rather than the brand during the contract. Yes, yes, he deals with you. Okay, in the eyes of the influencer, sorry, the influencer looks as you as the brand. Okay, you're the guy giving him the money. Okay, you're the guy giving him the money. So they look at you as the brand. That's why you're in power. Now, everything on your end is basically kind of brand related. So, whatever the brand has, you're basically replicating that to the influencer, but now you're just an agency. How do you constantly improve ourselves in a way that is appropriate for our religion? Improve yourself. You can eat healthy. That's not eat healthy. Work out. Be kind to your parents. Always renew your intention. And something that can help you and help me with my journey is always pray your salats in the masjid. Are you from Saga? No, I'm from Toronto, my brother.
Right. Allahumma barik. Trying questions.
If you say
Gamal, Gamal, just drop a. Have you applied? Because I wanted to get your um contact for the California, I think you mentioned. Or just drop your email or something. I'll send it to the team. How many emails per day? 50 per day. Let me open the chat real quick. Who here? How long will this call continue? I'm pretty sure we're done. I see the most questions have been answered. Who here has benefited from the masterclass? I'll open the chat. How do you guys like it? Me. How was it? How do you guys like it? Give me a rating. Come on. Ten out of 10. Allahu Barak. The vibe is everything. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma barak. Then double Z in the chat if you guys liked it. Allahumma barak. Shut up. We've been here for 3 hours, bro. 3 hours and 13 minutes. All right. Amazing. For everybody who booked a call and enjoyed themselves, congratulations. For those who couldn't book a call, congratulations still. Is there anyone who still wants to book a call? You want us to put a link, or is everybody good? Asr time. Sorry, come go pray, bro. Don't spam the chat, please. We got you, bro. Allahumma barik. All good. For everybody who booked a call, can you type I booked in the chat? I have some advice for you. All right. I booked. All right. For you guys who booked, number one, show up on time. Don't be late. Number two, we'll call you before you call to confirm your call. Make sure you pick up your phone. We'll reach out to you on WhatsApp and also directly on your line. Number three, be very serious on the call because we have a lot of people, as you guys can see in the chat now. We'll take the most serious people. Number four, enjoy yourselves. I look forward to having you in the program, inshallah. I booked, but does my dad have to book separate? Just bring him on the call. He'll be fine, inshallah. Who here has not been able to book yet? If you guys want me to drop the link, or you guys fine. Just drop me or waiting if you're still here and you haven't booked. You just had a call. Great, Hasib. Amazing. Mohammed Aber, Ali. Who still wants to apply? Or should I end it? Whoa, that was a fat question. All right. Where's the gift? You'll receive an email 72 hours from now, inshallah. All right, Saleh. There's a few people who are saying, I want to apply. If the team is with us, drop the link one last time for those boys to be able to apply. Ali, Yusuf, Keder said, I want to apply. Faddal. And with that being said, should we do the outro, Saleh?
You want to do it or me?
Let's actually get this chat fired up. How do I switch off? I turn off my phone. Genuinely. Like, it's no joke. Like, I turn off my phone, put it in a separate room, and go enjoy some time with friends, and I feel better. And also pray. All right. Ikhwa, I love you guys for the sake of Allah. I enjoyed this time with you guys. Shout out Saleh for the time he spent with us. May Allah bless you, bro. I'm happy you guys got some clarity on business and IMA. I look forward to you guys, inshallah ta'ala, changing your lives is genuinely what we care for and what we do this for. May Allah bless you guys and grant you utmost success. May Allah grant you all Jannat al-Firdaus. Ameen. And put you in a better situation where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers all the du'as you've been making. May Allah bless you and your family. Ameen.
Amen.
And with that being said, I love you guys for the sake of Allah. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Spam the chat with some love and some heart. I'm going to end it on a beautiful note.
Yes.
All right, shout out Salih, اللهم بارك. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك for real this time. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Take care, guys. السلام عليكم.
Recording.